Hey everybody, how you doing? I am working from home today here at Triple H HQ. Wanted to spend a little bit of time with our Chief Executive Animal, Bear, so you'll probably hear him snuffling away and clanking away in the background there. I do apologise. He's decided to start playing with his toys as soon as I press record. No problem. So I wanted to talk to you about something a little topical today. Here in Scotland, the minimum price for alcohol gets introduced today. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that no shop or bar can sell alcohol, this is my understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, at less than 50p a unit. And that means that some of those really cheap alcohols, like some of the very cheap ciders, that previously sold for, the one I heard about, sold for £3 for, I think it was 3 litres, would now be £11.95 or something for 3 litres. So it makes it very expensive to drink very strong alcohol. Now, whatever your thoughts on that, the whole intention behind it is to help prevent alcohol-related health issues, make it harder for people to afford what should be a luxury, that is alcohol, and try to make it harder for people to get addicted to these very high strength alcohols. Now, again, don't want to get into the politics here. I'm not going to discuss whether I agree or disagree, but I'd be keen to hear your thoughts, don't get me wrong. But what I want to talk about is the whole idea there is that it's a way to dissuade people from doing it, makes it more difficult to do it. It doesn't make it impossible, makes it harder to afford, especially for those on very low incomes, but it makes you think about how much you really want that. You know, if you've gone from paying £3 to £12 for your drink, you may think twice before buying it and may think, well, what else could I have instead? Maybe something lower alcohol, maybe something altogether different. So that dissuasion technique, that technique of making you think twice, is something that I think is really, really useful in everyday life. And it's something that I sometimes have to implement myself. We all have, and there's been a lot of scientific studies on this, a limited amount of willpower every day. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as a limited amount of willpower, and it refreshes every day. So every decision you have to make, big or small, during the day affects your willpower. And that's why a lot of our big, leaders and innovators, you'll see they wear the same clothes all the time, because that's one less decision to make. They just have the same style outfit all the time. I struggle with willpower in the evening because by that time used it all up, and I tend to be an evening grazer with food. That's my big problem, particularly at the moment where I'm sort of starting to restart my weight journey. So sometimes I have to put that dissuasion technique to use, either by just not buying it at all, making myself, forcing myself not to have the opportunity, but you can also do things, and it's something that we do as part of the overall THC methodology in terms of looking at consequences for what you do. So if you really, really want something, then you'll be willing to do the consequence if there's a consequence for it. So sometimes, for example, I'll say to myself, right, I can have this biscuit, but only after I do 100 push-ups. Biscuit doesn't sound so good anymore. Don't really want it as badly as I thought it did, do I? Now, of course, you've got to follow through with that, and the dissuasion is something that's self-implemented. The other thing I've seen people do is using that whole harder to access concept by using time-locked jars and things like that, to mean that they just can't access it until after a certain time. So they take away the choice. I'd be really curious to know, not just around food, but what dissuasion or access prevention techniques you use in your day-to-day life to help keep you on track. Love to hear more from you guys, and hopefully meeting lots of you at the launch event on Saturday. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.